Hi there, Pete Shevlin here. We've had a few technical issues tonight. Hope you're very well. It's CNLZ live around about 8 p.m. Bit after that, what is it? 25 past 8. We've got two amazing guests for you tonight. We're so lucky to have Elliot Porter. If you kind of think of some of the best artists over recent years, Damien Rice, Ryan Adams, maybe meeting the Beatles, you've got the kind of thing that Elliot Porter does. Beautiful songs and great lyrics. And he's also been doing some great stuff during lockdown with some isolation artists and recording the song Be More Kind. If you've got a moment after the show, check that out. And also touching on some mad electronica, kind of Afrobeat meets arabesque. We've got the great Moyag music on tonight. He's just phenomenal. If you ever watch or listen to Six Music, that's the kind of stuff that Moyag music produces. It's kind of something strange, something out there. East meets West. I don't know what you'd call it, but we'll find out more later on. So, gents, how are you both? We've kind of already done this once, so nice to see you all again.
Hello, yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
And we had a great chat earlier, and it was all going very, very well. And but let's just dive into the music. Elliot, you've done an amazing song, and it's called Bright Lights Piccadilly. Is
Lights
that
of Piccadilly, yeah, that's it,
Lights
yeah.
of Piccadilly? And tell me about the song. So we were kind of talking about where it came from and that time when you were in London.
Yeah, so it is about London effectively, but you can also equate it to a lot of other cities in the world. It's kind of about living in a city and sometimes dreaming of like leaving the city, but something always draws you back, whether it's the lights of Piccadilly or Covent Garden or just an area that you love in London. And we filmed a really lovely video for it around about the time of Christmas in 2019, just before the pandemic hit. All based all around Piccadilly Circus and all my favourite kind of areas in London as well.
I think my favourite area of London actually is around about Covent Garden, kind of Neal's Yard area. Just when
Mm,
it just feels like time stops there a little bit, whereas other areas of
yeah.
London it's very busy and the roads are a bit crazy. But because that's pedestrianised, it's very nice, to wander down those little alleys. A little bit like Brighton. You've got another song about Brighton, I believe,
I
to do with the
have, yeah.
lanes.
Yeah, yeah. So my album's called Lanes because I spent a lot of time in Brighton and walking down the lanes. And yeah, I've just released a song called Brighton Song, which is a piano song actually. And yeah, that's about kind of Brighton as well. But I know what you mean about Covent Garden. It's like a little sanctuary, isn't it? Away from all the traffic and stuff like that.
Yeah, it just feels so good down there. I've got some kind of great memories of working nearby and just wandering the streets at my lunchtime, and just you can
Mm.
pick up all kinds of food. It can be sushi or fish and chips. There's a great fish and chip shop in Covent Garden actually, and
Oh,
like
really? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you can just wander around those streets and get all kinds of food, see all kinds of people. I love it. So anyway, Lights of Piccadilly. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Took that old red bus with you. We sat upstairs for a better view. Both got off on different sides into the night where we can hide. I made my way to the northern line. I always take the wrong one to bank, and I keep missing my favorite stop. Thinking of days when we first dropped. And it was like that time he told me you shine like Piccadilly Circus, where you shine like the city on fire. Guess I needed the time away. It's been a month and the well was dry. You said you'd wait up, even if it killed you. Remember when all the film stars flew? And it was like that time you told me you shine like Piccadilly Circus. Well, you shine like the city on fire. Come back faster if it wasn't for the check-in queue. Got my seat back table and a coffee and a paper, and I think of you. As the plane was coming down, we circled. I think that I saw you singing your window, crying and laughing and right since the light knocked on that door. Now I'll meet you by the porch where I swear I'll never leave again. I could feel the sweat on my skin. And it was like that time you told me you shine like Piccadilly Circus. Well, you shine like the city on fire. The city on fire. The city on fire. The city on fire. And it was like that time you told me you shine like Piccadilly Circus. Well, you shine like the city on fire. Thank you.
Beautiful. It was even better the second time round. What can I say? Second time round for me, first time round for our viewers. And our viewers, some great comments as well coming through. Irena, my colleague back at the BBC, so many memories coming through. Covent Garden was our playground. Lovely song. Katie in the Attic says, hey guys, lovely tune. Tony is just taking the piss. Fair enough. Daniel says, lovely song, great voice. And Katie in the Attic writes, really well written. Yeah, it really takes you there. It really takes you into London. But why was the city on fire? Because back then in the day, before lockdown, was it on fire inside you? Was it on fire because it was busy? What's the interpretation?
Yeah, so it's kind of based around a relationship that I had at the time, which was mainly based in London. So you know, it was kind of a relationship burning like a fire, really.
Got it. Burning in both a good way and a bad way, or a passionate way. Everybody can interpret that the way they want.
Exactly, a good way, I think. Yeah.
And your accent, Elliot, is so similar to some of my cousins from around about Poplar, that kind of area. Your folks wouldn't be from that kind of area, would they?
Actually, funnily enough, I think my granddad originally spent a lot of time in Poplar, or his dad was, but they're mainly from like North London, North East London. Yeah.
Funny, there you go. We could well be related somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
My granddad on my mum's side, actually, he used to work in the docks in Poplar, and he remembers that he was a stevedore, which he was looking after a lot of the workers there, and he actually jumped into the Thames and saved a guy. So maybe it's your granddad.
Oh wow, yeah, maybe.
Anyway, Yassine, can we get you up and listen to one of your tunes? Yassine, can we hear you? Yeah, bring the mic close. Yeah, there we go. No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. So your tune tonight, is it called Not Like You? Did I write that down correctly?
Yeah, not Latino.
Cool. And you were telling me earlier that it's kind of a mix of influences from kind of South America through to kind of the arabesque kind of music, and you kind of see those two sides of music kind of gelling.
So it's more the Amazon tribes, which were like really, really seasoned pharaohs. And these guys have a special language and everything. So, but they didn't have like much chance to be heard from the regions of the Mexican guys around the world. So I mean, since I grew up there and we speak kind of dialect, which is a mix of Arabic and other languages. But the original language of North Africa is Amazigh, which is quite close to the German accent, but it's not really German. It's a little bit special. And these guys have a lot of, they were really rich in music. And they play, I mean, they involve music in many situations of life. Could be that, it could be like weddings, or could be like praying for the rain to come. So I try to bring it and mix it with some modern sounds, and also mix it with some other like traditional sounds from other regions and see the similarities. We all come from one.
Well, your music's amazing. I really absolutely love it, and you should be snapped up immediately by any kind of record company that might be watching. Moyag Music is the name of your artist, if you like. That's where all it's kind of like a brand, I suppose, that you've set up out there, and you've got some great little animations. Do you do those little animations as well?
I actually.
Yes, you're a very talented man. But let's hear your song, Not Like You. Now we've got the other camera angle so we can see what Yassine's doing. Excellent. I think he's going to kind of multi-layer this, so it should be quite interesting. Maybe the bass and drums first. I think we might have some sound issues there. Yassine, we had a bit of a sound issue there at the end, I think. Oh, you know it too. Fair enough. But sounding amazing. Like, I love the layering and the texture of that. It was just really incredible. Oh, I think we blew up Zoom. I think we can't even hear you right now. Can you tell us a bit about it? Like, where does the song "Not Like You" come from? Where does that title come from?
It came from like a couple years back. I made an album with quite a few musicians. There were like 35 musicians in one album, which wasn't like start with four of us and then it ended up with a big crowd. Actually, the album was more like Latin, was more Spanish. And during that time, I had to play with many musicians from the Latin America, and I kind of was like a sponge, absorbing all the styles, how the influence and all that. So I kind of link me with what I want to do with my origins, with my sounds. I kind of find myself between the Latin sound and the North African sound, which could look really amazing together.
Yeah, I love it. I can tell that there's so many different influences in there. Great reaction online as well. Daniel says, amazing song. Victoria says, really calming and relaxing. Yeah, I got that as well. Claire Goodison, a truly multi-layered experience. And Yulia, a marvelous tune. It has such a cool vibe. Totally getting that cool vibe. What do you think, Elliot? Did you enjoy that song?
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. All those layers. I was kind of wondering what's going to come next, and
Yeah, that's it.
I kind of felt like I was kind of on a beach somewhere, which was really nice as well for 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes or something.
That's true. It had that Ibiza kind of vibe, didn't it? Sun going down kind of thing. Yeah, very nice. And collaboration is the key to what you do as well, Elliot. You've been collaborating during lockdown. Can you tell us about those isolation tapes?
Yeah, sure. So I set up a kind of a Facebook group for kind of musicians to kind of share their live streams on, and from that I started working with 2 or 3 of them doing kind of like collaborative projects and things. And the culmination of it was to bring together about, I think it was 18 musicians to do a charity single for the NHS called "Be More Kind," which is a cover of Frank Turner's song. Be More Kind. And yeah, we had 18 musicians. We brought them all together, all remotely recorded from their homes, wherever they were locked down. This was kind of like around about May last year. Yeah, we ended up with a really cool like version where we had people from America, we had a couple of people in Germany, we had loads of people from London, all my kind of music friends and stuff.
Yeah, it sounded amazing. I was totally into it when I was listening to it earlier. And you can really tell the different accents and people come from different places. And who did the final mix? Did you do that final mix down?
Yeah, so it's a chap I work with called Stephen McLaughlin, who's got a studio up near Cambridge, which isn't too far from me. I kind of collated everyone's kind of recordings together, sent them to Stephen, and he mixed and mixed it all together and produced the single for us. Which was great, because without him I don't think it would have sounded anywhere near as good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it sounds incredible. Be More Kind. Definitely check that one out. What are you going to play for us next? Don't tell me Be More Kind.
Well, I wish I could play Be More Kind, but actually It doesn't work so well just with me because I'll be missing the other 17 singers. So
Yeah, true enough.
um, I'll,
The harmonies were really good as well. Actually, thinking about it, there was a female voice I think that came in over your voice, which was really beautiful.
yeah, actually, that's my sister Chloe. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
she's a singer herself. In the kind of music scene. Yeah, she sang on with me on a section, and then yeah, there's loads of other harmonies going on as well. You're right, and yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do it justice, just me. So
Fair enough. So, what's your song?
I'm going to play a song which I released somewhere around about autumn last year, and it's called Legs, and it was the third single from the album. It's a little bit of a kind of almost kind of a breakup song before you break up. So it's kind of like anticipating a breakup, but going, well, I actually hope this works because I like it. It's a nice situation, but who knows what will happen, kind of thing.
Yeah, you kind of know there's an inevitability about, but you're still enjoying the moment of being there. I think a lot
That's
of
it.
people will know what you mean by this.
Yeah.
All right, take it away, Elliot Porter.
If you asked me to stop, don't know if I could. Leaves have dropped, and I'm bedding in. If you asked me to go, I would go slowly, hoping your heart is some weekends only. 'Cause we weren't the ones who made the mess. We're just clearing up other people's hearts. I wanna know if we got the legs to carry this. And I wanna know if we got the heart to resist. And I wanna hold you when you sleep, and then rewind the scene. Remember when you woke, the sky was silver, there were snakes in your bed, and I was the savior. I've been wandering here, but I'm none the wiser. See, wisdom never painted murals in the sky. I wanna know if we got legs to carry this. And I wanna know if we got the heart to resist. And I wanna hold you when you sleep, and then rewind the scene. Oh, I miss that feeling, Mom, when I first kissed you. We let this go, and that moment that I realized I missed you, we let this go. We let this go. We let this go. we let this go, if we let this go.
Beautiful, Elliot. Love that tune. Yeah, kind of. I get the reason why it's called Legs now. I didn't quite get it when you said it was called Legs, but I totally understand it now. Yeah, kind of legs to keep going, legs to keep moving on. And what's it like performing something like that live? Like, where do you normally perform, and what kind of songs do you normally perform in a more live situation?
Yeah, well, kind of an array of venues really. I sometimes have a backing band, so then we do, outdoor festivals and things like that in normal times. We often play things like the Pizza Express Jazz Club.
Yeah, really good night. Yeah,
love that down there. We've done a couple of nights down in the one in Holborn actually, which was great. And then, when I'm on my own solo, I'm either on piano or guitar. I'm normally playing kind of folk clubs and singer-songwriter kind of nights. It really depends, really. But I like kind of small, intimate venues, so 50 to 100 people. I think that's where my music kind of suits best.
absolutely. One of my most favourite venues in London actually is Somerset House. I don't know if you've ever been to a gig there, but in the summer series sessions that they do, it's just phenomenal.
It looks beautiful.
Sorry, yeah, it has that intimacy that you're kind of talking about, and you can see some quite big bands there. Have you been?
I've never been to a gig there. I'd absolutely love to go to a gig there. I've walked past a few times, but yeah. I'd love to go to see something.
Cool. Well, let's hear one more song now from you, Yassine. What do you have for us?
It's actually, it doesn't have a name, this one. It's not really finished, but we should listen.
Well, we'd happily name it for you. Maybe me and Elliot can come up with a few names while you play.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my camera.
So you're gonna change your camera. Cool. We can see a little bit what you're doing there.
Sorry, guys. Just missed the loop. And when you miss the loop, nothing is.
It was sounding amazing, Yassine. It sounded really good to me.
I didn't have it. If you wish me to redo it, I can redo it.
You want to have another go?
It's no problem. I mean, I don't want to take much from your time, but actually, I wish to redo it.
Go for it, man. Keep going.
That's the problem when you play live.
Well, I'll tell you what I loved was your little jam jar at the beginning, and you recorded that, and that went into the sampler, and it was just going around. That was genius. That was a bit of genius that I've never seen before. There's your jam jar. Loved it.
It's I don't know which type of. It's kind of cereal stuff like for breakfast.
Looks like some chia seeds or something.
Chia seeds.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Blown away by that. What do you think, Elliot?
Amazing, yeah, amazing. There's some really cool samples in there as well. Awesome.
Yeah, great samples, and the little shaker with the seeds in it. My God, that was that was genius. I love the little tap in noises. Unfortunately, we lost a little bit of the audio just after that, and then it came back in again. Thank goodness. Any titles for the tune, Elliot? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I did love the shaker and the jam jar. So I don't know if there's something you could work around that.
You could call it Chia Seed Song, or I kind of felt like it was calling me. Like I kind of felt like it was some kind of, I needed to follow the tune. It was like a Pied Piper kind of thing. I think the calling maybe, or Chia Seed Song. One of those.
It's a kind of music from slaves of Central Africa who used to play
Yassine, we can't quite hear you again. Just if you can move that mic. Yeah. There we go.
So it's inspired by Gnawa music. It's quite traditional, and it's used to be played by slaves, from Central Africa, and they used to play let's say the sound of steel coming from them chains. They used to use it like instrument and sing on it, and so that rhythm, it's inspired from them, but also you find quite similarity in Brazil from the same rhythm. So that's why you kind of, when you hear it, you kind of say like, maybe I heard it somewhere, but at the same time it's spread in many regions. It comes from, in music you have the pentatonic, which is like the scale for blues. So the origin of scale of blues, it comes from these guys, these slaves who used to play from Central Africa really long years ago, and then it moved to be played in guitar and like that. So that's from where it came.
Beautiful. And what did you say that was called, that type of music from Central Africa? What was the name?
Gnawa.
Glawa.
Gnawa. Gnawa. Gnawa.
Gnawa. Wow. Learn something. That's what CNLZ is here for. That's why we're here every Friday, to hear some music from different places. And Yassine, your music is fantastic. Tell us where we can find out a little bit more about you.
Actually, you can almost find me on all platforms, Spotify, on YouTube. If you type Moyag Music, Moyag Music, on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Bandcamp. You can find all the tunes, like my last EP, or actually my first EP, Colors. And it's 6 songs. On YouTube, you can see a little bit of visuals, animated, like what kind of song says, because it's more instrumental. But also, if you want to listen to it, they are in almost all channels.
Yeah, I love it. Moyag Music. Vicky says it's like watching a craftsman. Daniel says this is fantastic music, well done. And Mercine, amazing content, says Mercine. Elliot, where can we find out a little bit more about you?
Yeah, so again, it's pretty simple. If you type in Elliot Porter Music on pretty much anything, so Facebook, YouTube, Instagram is Porter L, so it's kind of my name backwards, and my website's elliottporter.co.uk, so you can find videos, my new single Brighton song, and other things on there as well.
Yeah, you've both got really rich videos, very vivid videos as well, and I just think that you are so good at what you both do. It's incredible. Just Tonight doesn't even touch upon it. So please check out these artists, Moyag Music and Elliot Porter. That's why we're here every Friday, 8 p.m, CNLZ Live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Please check out our YouTube channel. We're trying to get those subscribers up a little bit. So if you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it. So we'll see you next week. Hopefully Rich will be better. And we'll have a quiz as well next week. All right, take care. All the best. Bye-bye.